Howdy everyone. So thought I'd make a video because I talked a few days ago, can't remember which one, but one of my lives I talked about making a video about Tex and Tex's lineage and where he comes from. Well, that's what I'm going to do today. So Tex was born on January 20th, 2017. Would make him 9 in January, I believe, if my math is right. His mother was a cow called 4W Rose. I'll put up a picture if I can of his mother and all the cows I talk about if I can find good pictures of them. But his mother was 4W Rose. I'll go down his maternal line first, then I'll cover his sire's line. 4W Rose, who came from the 4W Ranch, I believe. I don't know their exact history, I just know the names of the ranches I've seen online. But 4W Rose's parents, her mother, is a cow called Miss Texas Salida. I've got notes in front of me, so if you see me looking down, that's where I'm looking. But 4W Rose's mother, Tex's maternal grandmother, is Miss Texas Salida. She was this kind of light. She was a red and a little bit of brindle and white cow. And then 4W Rose's father, Tex's grandsire, his maternal grandsire, was a bull named J.R. Bonanza, who had these big, impressive horns and looked a lot like Lord Grayson in coloring. And then Miss Texas Salida's parents were a bull named Hired Gun and a cow called High Profile. I don't have pictures of them. The pictures aren't shown, but at least I might be able to find them later, but on my notes I don't have pictures of them. But yeah, those are Miss Texas Salida's parents. And then J.R. Bonanza, his sire was Casey Just Respect, and his mother was J.R. Bobby, Bobbi. Yeah. Longhorn registration names can get a little weird because you have to come up with a unique name for each cow that hasn't been in the system before, so they can get kind of creative very quickly because a lot of great names have been used, so they'll add numbers and letters to them if they want to use the same name just to make it different in the registration listings. Okay, that was Tex's maternal line as far as I have written down in my notes, but Tex's sire, his dad, was a bull called Confucius. And I never found a mature picture of Confucius, just a few pictures of him as at most a yearling. But Confucius was a black and white bull who looks a lot like Tex did as a young one, so I assume as an adult he would have looked similar to how Tex looks. And Confucius's parents, his mother, his dam, dam is spelled D-A-M. That's the term used for mother in livestock, as well as, I believe, I don't know if it's used in canine breeding or not, but I know in livestock, sire is for father, dam is for mother. But anyway, Confucius's dam is Lakota Sweetheart. She was this white cow, at least mostly white. I think she may have had some small dark spots on her, but mainly white cow. And then Lakota Sweetheart's parents were Lakota Czechs as the sire, and then Dalgood's Redhead as a red cow, as you would assume. But those are Lakota Sweetheart's parents, and then Confucius's sire is probably one of the more famous bulls in Texas lineage, because he came from G&G Ranch or G&G Longhorns. I'm not sure the exact terminology. I'll put it up on the screen if I can, but he came from G&G Longhorns and has been serviced and used at various different ranches, and I'm assuming his AI has also been used. His semen has also been used for AI in places as well. But yeah, he is Black Kettle, is Confucius's sire, Tex's paternal grandsire. And he also comes from more famous lines. Black Kettle's sire was a bull called Sittin' Bull. It's actually just spelled Sittin and then bull. But yeah, Sitting Bull, I believe that's a famous Native American chief, I believe. My history is not the best, so forgive that. But yeah, Black Kettle sire was Sitting Bull, and then his mother was PC Cinnamon Spice, who was a brindle and white cow. Pretty pretty. But yeah, that's the genealogy that I have written down for Tex. Now, yep. Now, Tex will be 9 in January, and as a calf, he was very red. As a young calf, he was very red. A lot of longhorns that darken, a lot of calves will be born red, but if you see their nose, a lot of calves with dark noses will darken as they age. Tex was born a red calf with a dark nose, just like Clementine and Fancy, Reba's last calf last year, who darkened a lot. Now, I believe what that comes from, genealogy, is Texas, I believe, a color called Parker Brown. I don't know where the name comes from exactly, but that's just what it's called. And what it is I believe a cow that gets pigment from both parents, both dark and light pigment, and it just kind of mixes and becomes brown. But yeah, that is Texas Lineage. I'll put up on screen here, I'll show you what I'm using. Here. You'll see that is Texas listing. You can see his birthday right there. His registration at the time was pending. A lot of cows will be sold with the registration, or will be listed with the registration pending, and then by the time the sale goes through, the registration will be finalized. There's Tex, as I assume, probably about a 6-month-old, perhaps. You can see he already has the brand and his number already. And then down here, there's him. Then there's Confucius. And here's 4W Rose, if it'll focus. I'll put the pictures up on screen earlier, but thought I'd show my notes. Then there's Bonanza. Then there's Miss Texas. It's hard to tell on her picture here, but I believe she is brindle. Then I don't have the pictures for her parents. And then J.R. Bonanza's parents are Casey Just Respect, and then J.R. Bobby. And then go up to Confucius, if it'll focus, is a black and white bull. Again, the lighting here is not great for the pictures, but it's best I got. I can put pictures up of them when I need to. There's Black Kettle and Lakota Sweetheart, who is mainly white, but with some spots on her. Then her parents are these two. And up here we have Sitting Bull and J.R. Cinnamon Spice. Now she is brindle. Now again, it's a darker color, but yeah, she is brindle, believe me. But yeah, I'll find better pictures and I'll put them up over this if I need to. But yeah, there's the page I have. I found this online a couple years ago. I believe Lester put up the picture of Texas Lineage, or I think it was like the Tex on Tinder video or whatever, where it's basically Lester was talking about leasing his bull out and having other people bring their females to his ranch to be bred by Tex and then go back home. That didn't work out because now we have Marilyn and Jezebel. But yeah, it showed up on screen, and basically what I did is I zoomed in. I didn't know how to reverse image search at the time, so I just zoomed in on the recording, and I read 4W Rose bull calf that Tex is listed at on here, and I Googled that, and after a few switching around words and finding keywords, I was able to find 4W Rose's information, and through that I found like a little link to this document here. It's no longer available online. I can't find it anymore. But yeah, that's where I found this, and this is just I printed it out on my computer. But I've had this a couple years now. Yeah. But yeah, that is Tex's lineage and where he comes from and who he is genetically. Yeah, thought I'd clear that up for a few people. I know people know about my research. This is probably my biggest research project in terms of finding things. I did try to research Dolly and Reba, but their info is kind of hard to find without access to their official registered names, because Dolly and Reba aren't their official registered names. If I ever find anything, I'll let you or Lester both know about if I find anything in that regard. I'd love to research Marilyn and Jezebel also, but again, don't know their pedigrees and where they came from. But yeah, that's who Tex is. Have a good day, y'all.